Alright guys, welcome to this lecture on the mole. The mole, and not something that grows on somebody's face, but the mole is a unit of measurement. It's abbreviated without the E, M-O-L. It's called, or defined as the unit that measures the amount, the number of particles of a substance. The key thing to understand is that it is an amount, alright? It is an amount. So, what is the amount of? Well, 1 mole is equal to 6.02 times 10 to the 23 particles or things. So whenever you have a huge amount of things, like 6.0 times 10 to the 23, then you have 1 mole. So 1 mole is measured in a specific unit. It's called the gram formula mass, also known as the molar mass. That is what we just talked about. We calculated the molar mass of molecules. That's how we're going to measure moles in grams per mole. So what you need to know, 1 mole is 6.02 times 10 to the 23. This has a very special name. It's named after a guy named Avogadro. He came up with this. It's called Avogadro's number. All right, why? Atoms are so tiny. We have lots in one sample. All right, it's unbelievable, almost inconceivable how many atoms are even on the tip of your pencil. It's almost inconceivable. It's absolutely crazy. It's fascinating. All right, keep moving. Let's break this down for you. 1 dozen of eggs. So a dozen is like a mole, and then it's a word that represents an amount. If I say, give me a dozen of eggs, you would give me 12 eggs. If I say, give me a mole of eggs, you would not give me eggs with a brown thing growing on it. You would give me 1 mole, which is an amount. 6.02 times 10 to the 23 eggs. You'd give me millions and billions of eggs. So it is a very specific amount. So we don't have to keep writing this number or writing a really large number. We use the word mole. Let's give an example here. All right, if you have 3.5 dozen roses, if I said, go give me 3.5 dozen roses or 3.5 dozen roses, you would understand this word dozen as an amount means 12. So you would just multiply 3.5 times 12 roses, you'd give me 42 roses. Now, if I was really crazy and really super rich, I say, go give me 3.5 mole roses. And after you finish looking at me like I'm a complete crazy person, you would then take 3.5, multiply it by 6.0 times 10 to the 23 roses, and you would get me 2.1 times 10 to the 24 roses. I don't think you even comprehend how big that number is. That's how many roses you would have to give me. I don't even know what that number is. I have no idea what to say about that. Just really big. That's the mole. And the importance is now we're going to start dealing with quantifying chemical reactions on such a small, tiny level. We can't keep writing this number. This even gets difficult, so we call it the mole. That's a measurement of an amount of particles or things.